Boom.
What's up, honey? What's up, honey love? What's up, girl? What's up, love, honey love? I see you. What you doing, Red Sonya? What's up, Sonya? Fat Mama Sonya. What's up, Fat Mama Sonya? What's up, Fat Mama Sonya? What's up, Mayday? Lord Mayday. What's up, boy? What's up, Lord Mayday? What's up, my boy Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? It's my big boy, Doc. What you say? All right. Welcome back to another week, another episode of Gang Dog Talk. And of course, we got another great panel back together. We have the legendary schoolboy, Mr. Richard Garcia. How you doing today, sir?
Good. Welcome to the panel and 7-8 and the people in the chat, man. Thanks for showing up, guys. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. We just got back from Disneyland a couple of days ago.
Oh, that's what's up. How was it?
Yeah, it was good, man. Except, a lot of people go every time. Not now. Every birthday, somebody's gonna say, "Take me to Disneyland," so I'm gonna have to take them.
Right.
We had 8-10 people up in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
And we have, of course, the legendary Rasta Man Boone in the building. What's up, Rasta Man?
Yes, I 78 Sports, schoolboy action, and Bacchus Reed to the motherfucking maximum.
Man, you can't forget Ram now, OG. Come on, man.
Oh, hell, what the hell? Big stepping, pimping, my own one and only to the motherfucking maximum.
Yeah, that's the intro I like. You feel all warm and fuzzy.
I didn't see. Hey, Ram, I didn't see you up when I was looking. So you creeped in on me. I see you now. Yeah.
Salute, OG.
Yeah. He always come in late because he's lifting in transmissions with one arm. That's why.
Well, it take two,
And of course, we have the legendary Bakri, only in American Kennels. How you doing today, sir?
Peace and love, brother Kev, along with the beautiful brothers panel that we have here, and always love to the chat we have. Much love to everybody.
Yes, sir. And we got my right hand man, my brother, walking down around Big Stephen. What's happening with it, bro?
Oh man, cooling. Went to a cracking ass party on Friday. Left with two bitches and didn't get back home till about 20 minutes ago. So feeling great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let me do a quick roll call and see what's going on in the chat here. See what we got in the building. Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels. What's happening with it, man? Guts and Glory, salute. Death Valley Kennels. Michael Forgood. Para. Let me see here. What's that? Gregorius. Bulldogs. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, man. Miami Snoopy 305. Salute. Turf King Kennels. El JOCKO Pit Cartel. Salute to you. Dreadlock in the building.
Dreadlock.
Yeah, Burning Star.
Burning.
Let's see here. Grind Mode Kennels. Salute. We got William Torres in the building. Salute to you. Brandon
Brother
Blue.
Will.
Salute, Brandon Blue. Mike Lee in the building. Salute to
Mike.
you. Mark Wonderlynch. Tony Gardner. Young Reed. Let's see. Gullery Kennels. James
There he is.
Sweeney. Arrowhead Kennels.
Arrowhead.
Herm's Teacher. I hope I say that right. I keep messing up your name, fam.
Hermes.
Hermes
Yeah.
Teacher. I'm gonna get it right next week. Hermes.
Yeah.
Okay. Meredith Campbell. Salute, homie. Salute to the brother Meredith Campbell in the building.
Meredith.
Yeah, Maine in the building. Asiatic Soldier. Successful Convicts. Doran Zeller. Main Event Mark. Rip with Wind. Salute to everybody in the building. I can't read all y'all, but thank y'all for being up in here. I see my brother Dr. Hood in the building. Salute, Dr. Hood.
Well, salute, live life real. I see you, homie.
The homie
Yeah,
There he is. Salute.
Salute, live life real. Stephen L. the Mac, COVID 500 Kennels. Salute to all of y'all that's in the building. Appreciate y'all being in here, man. Let me read to a couple of super chats we got. My brother Main Event Mark came through early. Appreciate the support, homie. He says salutes. He says Schoolboy been killing it on YouTube and IG. Oh yeah, Schoolboy been on the run. He been putting out that content.
Yeah,
Make sure
way to go, Schoolboy. Way to go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Main Event Mark. Yeah, man, it's been. I got a bunch more coming, and I appreciate everybody that subscribe, and I'm gonna keep going. Eventually, I'll do some more videos and I'll go live, and I just appreciate all the support and kind words. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Lots of love.
Doug in the building. Salute to you in the super chat, Doug. I appreciate the support, fam. Says salute, Dog Man Weekly, Dog Man dudes. Thank you, family.
Salute to brother Doug.
Salute, Doug.
Yes, indeed. So we got some good questions for y'all this week from the chat, and we're gonna get right down to it here. We got I'm gonna tell everybody as well. You know, YouTube had been leaving my dog show alone, but now they didn't got around to it, and then they putting the royal fuck to me, so they're not sending out notifications. A lot of y'all been hitting me up saying, when do we do the show? Did we change the time? They're not getting notifications. What you gotta do is just check in on Sunday, man. You got to just, you know, take responsibility and check in on Sunday. It's every day, every Sunday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when we go live. And if you missed the show, come to my channel. It will be there, because, you know, until I get this fixed with YouTube, sending out my notifications, it's gonna be some funny style stuff like this. So we'll be good. Let's see here.
I'll try and remember to put it on my group page and all that stuff too, man. I've been laxing. Cool. I forget, but I'll put it on my profile too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
That's everything about humanity. Brothers helping brothers. One hand may not be going the way we want to go, but others come in and follow. And that's what we need to be doing throughout the universe. We need to stop killing one another and start helping one another, and doing everything to be about humanity. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely.
No, always
yes,
good.
Sir.
Always.
Yes, sir.
All right. First question we got is, how much success has the panel had outcrossing extremely tight bred dogs, if any? Have you noticed an increase or decrease in desired traits? I'll start with you, Brother Bob.
Well, me personally, I only like to breed that way. It's easier for me to know where I'm going at. Okay, so if I got scatterbred dogs, it could be, like I said, that dog can be really good. Maybe even the dog directly behind that. But after a while, I'm gonna lose clarity on what it is exactly that I have, because I don't know where it's coming from. But when I deal with a whole lot of hyper vigor crosses, I know the blood that I have, so that when I do it and the other traits I'm looking for the similar traits, and I'm not looking for it through like 1 or 2 generations. I'm looking for that also. It doesn't matter how it's bred up, as long as the traits are the same. I pretty much can know that it's like breeding red noses to red noses. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you're going to pretty much get red noses, you know? So, yeah, I have great success with it. I mean, and again, that's the only way I've been breeding pretty much tight like that since I've been in the game, is using line the inbred dogs and breeding them together.
Yes, sir. Salute to my brother Meredith Campbell in the super chat, showing love. Appreciate the support. He says Bulldog ties. Salute to you, brothers. Special thanks to Bach and Ram for the help. Salute, homie.
Much love to you,
Meredith.
Oh, no doubt. That's why I put in the group text on accident. I was texting him about the feeding the puppies the raw chicken.
Yes, sir. All right. And let me read the question again to you, Mr. Garcia. How much success has the panel had outcrossing extremely tight bred dogs, if any? Have you noticed an increase or decrease in desired traits?
Yeah, if you're speaking about, like a 50-50 cross, 2 tight bred lines, or you know, like that. That's the classic cross. That goes back to the beginning. It's successful, been successful. If you're using the right individuals with the right individuals behind them, I mean, that's the way it's been done and will continue to be done. And I know people that's the only way that they back in the day made their battle dogs, you know, made their pit dogs that they would compete with. Take two tight lines, put them together, bam. Another one could be, you know, you do a three-way cross. That's real popular too. 3 different bloodlines bred together like that. But like Bach said, it's easier to know where the traits are coming from, because if you know the individuals, or you know the family of dogs from both, and you know the traits behind them, you know exactly what you get, where it's coming from, and you expect, you know, that's why you make that cross. You're expecting to get any breeding, but especially with that, you're expecting to get the best of both, along with that hybrid vigor and athleticism and vitality, all that stuff, because you're introducing 2 different families together, and hoping to get the best. And that's what's been done too. It'd be like a DIBO COLBY cross, you know, or COLBY Lightner, or Carver Eli, or whatever. That's where those terms come from.
And
generally, right. They're from tight bred dogs, or at least, you know, heavily line bred dogs. Put them together, bam, you got athletes.
Yes, sir. And Rasta Man Boone, what's your take on that? You want me to read the question again?
They pretty much, you know, and said it. I mean, I understand what Bach's saying, but you know, throughout history, to get your comeback dog is, you know, to have dogs that's inbred or line bred on their sides, and then cross them, and then that's where you get your athlete. You get your
True.
everything looking for. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
and the only way to really understand this effect is to have the volume, to be able to keep them all and see it. You know what I mean? Opposed to just saying it. You know what I mean? Or thinking it. You know what I mean? You keep them all, and then you can look at them and then say, damn, 5 out of 8, damn, they like this. When I made this breeding, damn, I made this breeding over here. I got 2, but they damn good, but I got 2. You know what I mean? And I made this other breeding, goddamn, the whole thing screaming, but everybody ain't come back. You see, it happens different ways. So, you know, you got 1 or 2, you can't really tell. You just, you know, I mean, but you got to have the volume of them to be able to really see what the numbers going to dictate. Now, it's okay, because if you're limited in space or whatever, and you have to do it from that perspective and pray like hell, you pick the best one. And sometimes you probably will, because you check, you know, you getting the pick of the litter. But I've seen this. The pick a litter be all right, and then that motherfucker that wasn't, it be the monster.
No bull.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the reasons for keeping them all. True.
Right.
That's why I started doing that shit. I started realizing I'm giving these motherfuckers the good ones, and they ain't even doing shit with them, but having good ones.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, yeah, the success that anybody would have would be great, you know. But if you limit it, and then you know you ain't got that many to choose from or to have, and you know you have to do limited stuff. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So, but anyway, however the case may be, that method is the correct way if you want. Some people can say the word, but do you understand what the word means and why it means that? It's a reason. So if you don't study, so you'll know why it's called combat dog. Because Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Hold on. While Boone is there for a second, if you notice, even if you look at Boone's program, right? Boone gonna run the same shit. If you look at Fat Bills, same shit. I mean, pretty much with Gardeners. I mean, when you look at this, you know, people having success with, I mean, like the Jeep Red Boy Cross. I don't give a fuck if you who you are. You can't mess up breeding Jeep Red Boy. You can't mess up breeding Red Boy Jocko. It's just certain things, two lines that you can use that a beginner. It's like the Betty Crocker recipe. You, long as it's legit breeding and it's not a hung pet, you can't mess up breeding a line to inbred Jocko dog to that of a line of inbred Jeep. I mean, a Red Boy dog. Same with a tight Jeep dog to a tight Red Boy dog, or you know.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when I'm looking at Brother Garcia's went back in the day. His was primarily a Jeep Red Boy, and he threw 1 million champions. But so did everybody else who had bred. Not just saying to the degree and the success that Brother Garcia had, but I'm just saying most people who bred Jeep Red Boy were successful. You understand? So you know what I'm saying? So it's just like Boone's program was Red Boy, like ZEBO, kind of Eli Red Boy crosses. His shit was hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? That his line. He used like a three-way. I mean, it's just like even with the termite stuff. It was the ZEBO Red Boy Jocko cross, like more or less what you're talking about in a three-way cross. I mean, it was just like Supernat. He used the Champion Charlie, bred that to the ZEBO bitches. Successful. I mean, and people who take Bolio Chinaman. I'm just saying, when you look at people's yards and you look at things, you'll see that the crosses, they don't have a whole bunch of scattered dogs in their yard when you see a proven program. There's always going to be 2 to 3 main lines in that dog. Period. Same with Booze and Bar. Same thing. The Jeep with another cross or two in there. It's just go down the line and look at all of the good dogs where they come from. You know, a lot of consistently you're gonna see it like Brother Garcia said, either a 2 or 3 way good cross. You're gonna get good dogs. I don't care who you are, long as you got the dogs that's supposed to be there. Right.
The guy bred Leatherface. The guy
who you talking about, me?
You remember Leatherface? The Leatherface that I got from you.
I bred him.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So tell him however he was bred. It was a hell of a dog.
Well, what of course I run a Bolio. That was Rick Rude to shock treatment, which that was basically a Bolio. I took Rick Rude was like almost 70% Bolio, and I took it to a female that was off an Island Girl, bred to Chomps, which was another Bolio with the Hope catfish stuff. So, but yeah, I stayed. Like I said, I stayed within lines pretty much. So that was pretty much a heavy Bolio dog. You know? Right. Mm-hmm.
Sir. Welcome down, Ram. What's your take on it, bro?
Well, me personally, I never bred like that because breeding wasn't really my thing, and we didn't have a whole bunch of space. So our next best option was to, how we like Red Boy Jocko dogs. So we'd take Red Boy Jocko dogs from different breeders and maybe throw a little bit of Mayday in there as a catalyst. But the dogs we selected would have those desired traits that we was looking for. So it'll be line bred on some Red Boy Jocko shit with a bullet point to emphasize that these dogs represent the desired traits we was looking for and trying to move forward with. And we was pretty good that way, the one way to skin a cat. And that was a good way we found out how to skin one.
Yeah.
But
even on that level, like you're talking about, it's still, like Box said, it's still Red Boy Jocko pretty much.
Exactly. It's just not one or two names on the top side of the pedigree crossing them in,
Right.
We just kind of took a shortcut, because the Mayday, we use that as a catalyst because it come with a built-in. Now they got the Tombstone Bolio in there. So we able to have a whole bunch of Red Boy Jocko shit, but have that out in there to where our shit ain't being fucking born inside out and shit.
Yeah.
But
that Mayday,
Yep.
Mayday was the Red Boy Jocko dog, though.
Yeah,
but
Red Boy
but
JOCKO Bolio
but
Tombstone, and we
yeah,
would
well,
use
yeah,
that for just a small out, you know,
yeah,
so we
yeah. I
could
think
keep our traits we like, but still have enough room to move.
yeah. If you go back, I forget what side it is on Mayday. You go back, it's that Bolio Eli Corvino stuff I talked about back in the day. Back in I forget when who was on here with us. It was I think it was who was it, Eli or Zachary or somebody.
Yeah, Eli,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it
Yeah,
might be Eli on here.
yeah, and he asked me about that, and I told him I don't remember, but it was the dog that he was talking about, that Bolio dog. But that's what Mayday has on that one. It's a quarter of that Bolio Corvino Eli stuff. It's
yeah, I
in
think
Mayday.
that's in like his mama fucking side of the family or something.
Yeah, yeah. Mama's side on her top side, I think.
Yeah, so it'd be
Something like
like on
that.
Cody's side, huh?
Yeah,
Yazoo's Cody. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's that.
And so,
Those breedings were made when Indian Sonny still had Bolio. Those were made before he was stolen. Those are old. Those some of the oldest Bolio dogs I seen back then.
and it goes back to, you know, what's been done and what's been said. If you trace the pet of every dog that exists, you're gonna find everything in them.
Pretty
You know,
much.
That's right. That's right.
you know what I mean. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we be saying it's different, but the name is different, but the blood don't change because you can't
Yeah,
take
like I look at some dogs and I swear to God, like motherfucker look just like Centipede. And you see how he bred, you know, you be like, okay, this motherfucker, he's showing them old family red nose traits real heavy. Even though the names is different in the
Right.
pedigree, the traits ain't gonna change because nature only gonna give you so much, and you're gonna have to work with that or get the fuck on.
right, 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 right.
Sure. What's up, Brown Sugar Tay Tay in the building? I see you.
Tay.
All right, sister. All right.
And we got next question is when it came to conditioning, what were the go-to exercise that
Hold on, somebody slap Trina in the head with one of them wrenches. That
the
shit don't work over here, homie. We on some other shit. Fuck on with that shit, cuz for real.
oh yeah, let me get him out of here. Some weirdo.
What happened?
No, just some COINTELPRO tactics, that's all.
Yeah, that
Oh,
shit don't work. We already read that playbook. We seen when y'all lined up to start the playoff. That's why
Right,
we run a touchdown on your bitch ass, stupid.
right. Yeah, so question is when it came to conditioning, what were the go-to exercises that the panel went for? I'm gonna go backwards, start with you, Ram.
Oh, hold on. Say again. My bad.
When it came to conditioning, what was the go-to exercises that you went for?
Well, walking was one. That was man though. You know, that's what's gonna keep you standing up if you do go the long haul in the mill. You know, I'm a mill guy, man. So the walking, and of course it'll be a little bit of weight pull included in that walking, but I was mainly a mill guy just from my conditioning, how I was showed how to properly condition. And again, my way ain't the only way because there's brothers on here who never touched the mill and was just as successful as me, but them was my two to go to. If I could only do them two, that's what I would do. If I only had like a choice, you could only pick these two. Give me that fucking mill and a good fucking pair of shoes and a fucking long ass leash. I got the rest.
Yeah, there. Before we go on to the next, hey, Bach, do you want to address Mr. Evans' comment?
what's that, brother?
How do I get a pup from Bach?
Well, anyone want to get in contact with me for with any reason? It's like we I got Only in America Kennels on Instagram. So I mean, most of the people here, that's where I'll be talking to.
Hey, well, I thought you was finna say you got an OnlyFans.
No, hell
No, that
I
was
was
me.
finna say,
That was
oh
me.
man, then he got
Hey,
OG
no.
too.
Hey, only Kevin got that, bro. I ain't the sexiest brother Kevin, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
No,
me.
bro. So
Well,
no,
hey, when we talked,
anybody can get up with me. Yeah.
when we talked about that last time, you know, on that one show, I told my wife all that story, how we talked about it. She said, okay. She said, all right, I'm down for whatever.
Exactly. Hey. No, I leave the OnlyFans joint up to Brother Kev. He got that on lock, man. Matter of fact, they better go see the OnlyFans. Okay, Kev showed me some joints, had to call company over. You know what I mean? So
man,
a lot of brothers that checked it out. They done came over there and checked it out.
Did they? Okay, yeah. I had to go. I had to call company after the joints you sent me. I was like, okay, definitely got to call some company over tonight. But no, anybody want to contact me? Only in America Kennels on Instagram. Only in America Kennels on Instagram. We could talk about whatever. Hit me up over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But for brother Mr. Evans and anybody for that matter, you know.
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess it might as well do a commercial break. Why not?
Money and magic, XXX. Hold up, honey. No, I'm not your hoe or housewife. What you thought this is? It's not personal, it's business. When you see me, I be fancy underneath it. I be nasty, sharing lace off in my panties. Easy access, ain't no scamming. Got me choking while I'm slurping love potion. From the back type, bust it wide open. Got some D-cup titties in a bubble butt. Made his dick hard as shit. All I heard him scream was fuck. Give it to me, bear. Pulling on my motherfucking hair. Pretty pussy pink. Knock it out. Put that ass to sleep. Got his wood all in my back. Come in my stomach with all of them racks. Make his dickhead split up cash. Huh? Now give it to me like you want some more. No Tatiana, that's that bottom shelf quality type of hoe. Taste this pussy, you'll eat something that you never had. Put that chain around my neck and choke me till I'm brain dead. Then throw me all of them bands and cash it out to my OnlyFans.
Man, how could you not like us, man?
Man, I need that. Bro. I need that. I need a copy of that after the show.
Who don't like pit bulls and bitches on Bulldog Sunday?
That's what I'm talking about.
It's literally no need to hate on us, man. We fucks with it, man. We just do what we do. Like, fuck with us, man.
Hey, you want to hear something sound bad?
What?
I think I know her.
Oh shit! I want to know.
She good.
Dog ass probably do.
I'm lying.
I was gonna say she good people. She real good people.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Hey, look here. I want y'all to know I'm getting married tomorrow. hey, you know they said that they made the song "I Fell in Love with a Stripper."
Right.
I'm gonna marry me a stripper.
You walking down the aisle to that song.
Hey man, you lived your life good, man. You might as well enjoy it, man. Good time. I'm gonna go to you, Rasta man, on this question. When it came to conditioning, what was your go-to exercise?
You know, when you feel like you in the army of something. It's a joy to move your feet. You know, back in the day, man, I get the dog, man, put on my tennis shoes, and man, we just go walking, and you know, it's just fun, man. That youth, you know, when you're young, man, you just feel if you walk into a tree, you feel like the tree gonna move. You know what I mean? You know, when you're young, man, you know. You hit a car, you're like, damn, car, get the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? And so it's that same feeling of walking that bulldog, taking him down that road, and he leading you. You know, that's why I said I don't believe in working a dog and the dog walking beside me. I don't, you know. Now, that's not knocking nobody if that's what they do. I believe when you condition a dog, the dog should be out in front of you and he carrying you. You need to be trying to keep up with him because you're not just walking, you speed walking. You speed, you know, you like humping, you know, but you ain't just walking regular, you high stepping. You got that, you getting them knees up there by your chest, you stepping, but it take you a little while to get in that rhythm to be able to do it without falling down or tripping over your steps. But, you know, but once you get that rhythm going right there, now, not only is the dog carrying itself, it's carrying whatever you weigh. You see?
Right.
You see? It ain't got nothing on it to break it down, or if it make a certain move, then it can jam his leg and now you all fucked up. What he doing is he pulling a lead and you behind him. And if he stop or make a move to the right or left, he ain't gonna get injured because the weight is at the back of the lead. It ain't on his body. You know, the Joker might have so much weight on the dog fall over and now he damn look like he crippled, deformed and shit. You see? Accident. You know, understand what you're doing while you're doing it. But you want to get that high stepping going, and if you can get that, I'm going to tell you, if you can get that high stepping going and then bring that Joker back and say, all right, now we're going to run this treadmill, you know? And that Joker come back on that treadmill and give you, and he come off that mud looking at you like, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
But he can't just do that in the beginning. He got to do it the whole fucking time. And if he don't do it the whole time, then that means you got to work him up to it till he get to that point. And once he get to that point and he can sustain that, now you got something. But anytime you put one together and in the end he starts shitting funny, he start looking funny, he start crying like he got tears in his eyes, man, you done fucked up.
Right.
So my favorite thing is show and tell. I'm gonna put you down, but you gotta show me you can handle it. And if he can't handle it, then that means he ain't right. God damn, it's real simple.
Right.
Oh no, he ready. He ready. He's a killer. He's a killer. He's a killer.
And you be saying that while you the man counting your money. He was a killer. I think he rubbed me. And he rubbed yourself 2 weeks ago when you kept working that motherfucker.
When see, it's one thing we know about condition is whoever the healthiest and the strongest will last the longest.
It's literally a battle of attrition.
There you go. It ain't hard. It ain't nothing hard about it. It's real easy. It's everything about understanding what you're looking at. When I say understand what you're looking at, when you look at something and it don't look right and it ain't right, then okay, make some changes. If the changes don't work, then that means stop and regroup. That don't mean press on. Understand what you're looking at.
Even professional sports got timeouts for a reason.
You know what I'm saying? When the coach says, we need to make a play, hold up, we moving too fast. Let's do this. Let's settle everybody down. All right, time out.
Take a break, regroup, get your mind back right.
You see what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. We're going to do it. You know what I mean? But see, with the Bulldogs, they can't tell you. You got to see it. If you don't see it, you'll miss it, and then you'll blame every fucking body else for your mishap. That's the sad part.
And that's where the bond come in, because if you really bonded with that dog, you'll know he walking kind of lame today. Let me go on, and we ain't even gonna do nothing but rest today. You know, you gotta be really in tune and on your shit. Don't just be on the phone and shit while you walking them and he all right, we'll walk through it. Like, fuck no, man. Just pay attention. That's it. That's all. It's that easy. Just fucking pay attention.
And recuperate. It's okay to look, you know, boxers be training, motherfucker break his wrist. Like, God damn, I done broke my fucking wrist. Hey, look here, man, we're gonna have to set this shit back, man, because, you know, wrist broken shit. Then some boxers be like, fuck it, man, I'm going through with this shit. I'm gonna beat this motherfucker with one hand. Yep. Ain't nobody say you gotta do it that way, but that's what, you know, motherfuckers have been through. All I'm saying is understand. See, these words I'm using is more powerful than they sound. Understand what you're looking at. If it ain't right, it ain't right. You can't force it to be right. It got to get right within them. That means the opportunity to put the package together for them to do right and be what you want them to be, to give that magnificent performance. He got to be showing you that shit while you working him. If he ain't showing you that shit while you working him, then he ain't there. He ain't there. There's no way you can expect to get him to the dance and then think he is there now. No, it happens before. You need to see it. Now, if the motherfucker ain't got no heart, ain't nothing you can do about that. I don't give a damn how much you do for him.
Hell no, it ain't no keep, no steroid, no nothing that could make one of these motherfuckers game at all. He either gonna be or he not gonna be.
I'm telling you. So be focused on what you're looking at and make your assessments to, do what you want to do. And it's okay, man. It's okay. You fuck up. Hell, I fucked up a many times. You know what I mean? Shit, I fucked up with my wife. Goddamn, I still love her and I'd do anything for her. But goddamn, I fucked up. I admit this shit. And I'm cool with it because I'm still, I'm still doing the thing, I'm tightening them up a little bit, not her, but I got some other girls, you know what I mean? Shit, fuck it.
Hey, plus, not nan one of us who conditioned the dog up here came in 100% on every time we brought one out.
Yeah.
You're really lucky if you come in at 80%, man. And that's just dead ass truth.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's okay to practice and it's okay to build what you're trying to do. But when you see it ain't right, don't force it. Because the best thing about it is when one show you where his heart is. And that joker will put his life on the line for you. You got to do the same for him. You got to.
Yeah. Like you'll hear like OG Garcia say, the dog kicked in. The keep, ran out, but then the dog kicked in. The keep, he probably did a good keep, but something might have went wrong and he had to rest the dog or whatever, but he knew he had enough dog in his dog that if it came to that, the dog would take over.
Exactly.
But you got to have a dog and know that dog is like that. Every dog ain't like that, so don't just be, because you like this motherfucker, expect him to be like that. You got to know he like that, and that's where that confidence comes from in your dog.
That's right.
True word.
Let me go to Brother Bach on that question. What was your go-to move, your go-to exercise and conditioning?
Well, it's my main one is always going to be now I call it a wheel. I don't even know if there's a certain name for it. And I try to explain it.
It's a turntable, a wheel, same thing.
Well, I got it from East Coast Assassin, where I would go on his yard and we would be out there rolling dogs from goddamn back in the days from 7 in the morning till 10 at night. And I would notice that these dogs would always be running. You put 2 dogs on it and they would constantly keep taking one off. And what happened is when that dog gets in real good shape, you have to put several dogs on it because it'll start dragging or have another one fall down and start dragging. So you had to get them up. So that resistant training, it was just like when we put our dogs on that, and basically what it is like a Cox cable, or you say that big spool at the table, and you got one like a chain on one side and chain on the other, just a little bit of it with a collar, and the dogs basically go after each other. And so one to push one a little bit, and the other one to put the brakes on and turn them and push back. And by the time they do that, I mean, if I didn't have to do nothing else with them, I wouldn't need nothing else. It seemed like, because after you had to put like 5 dogs on them, that damn dog is ready. I mean, so it's so used to pushing another dog's weight around, and we normally put a dog bigger than them on them. So that, along with like Boone said, that the hand walking. Also, I like to had my dogs. I would go take a truck and take the dirt roads and have it on a mile long. I go, I measure it. And we sprint them. We sprint them at the end of the back of the, after we work them out on certain things, then we sprint them before we put them in our swim. So I like several. I like the swim tank that we have. I like the weight pulling we use, and then we take the weight pulling off and let them sprint. But my favorite, like I said, out of that is the table, and also muzzling 2 dogs or tape the dogs' mouths up and put stocking caps on them and have them go through. They can't bite each other, but that's another way we work them out real good is let them go in each other. And then once one gets strong enough, you have to keep putting other dogs on them because they start making other ones fall down and can't get up. So plus you can tell by also is the ones that show that they can't really get to the other. Normally the ones that don't turn away and try to walk off because they can't, they're a little bit more gamer too. So they prey drivers too, even though they can bite. So those will be my few main exercises.
Yes, sir. And salute to Hermes teacher. Is that it? Did I get it right?
That's
Hermes?
it.
All right. Salute Hermes teacher in the super chat. Appreciate the love, fam. Says always appreciate the Sunday talk. Thank you, family.
Much love.
Mr. Garcia, your take on that. What was your go-to exercise when conditioning?
Yeah. First, what Rasta was saying about the hand walking, dog that pulls like that. Once you start doing that, you'll be surprised how far you can walk. You'll go beyond what you think you could walk because the dog is carrying you. The dog's pulling your weight, but he's keeping you going. That's one of the benefits of that hand walking. If you were left to your own, you might do 1 mile or 2 miles, even 5 miles. You got that dog on you, it'll pull you a lot longer than that, and you'll keep up it. And there's just something to it. I don't know if it's psychological or if it's because you have the help of the dog keeping you going, but you can go a lot farther with the dog in front of you pulling the lead than you could if you were just walking by yourself. Now, I tried a lot of different stuff, I've done carpet mill, slap mill, spring pole, swimming, chasing balls, tug of war, all kinds of stuff till I finally settled in on a 10-speed bike for road work and then my strength work with that baiting. And that was pretty much what I did in keep, just those 2 things. Other than that those other things, I would do that for exercise, just to keep them fit. I would do certain things like that, flirt pole, tug of war even, maybe take them to the lake and they're playing with the kids so they swim with them and all that. But those were my go-to, that road work and the bait work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And another question we got here is years prior, what kennels were road warriors? What kennels were considered road warriors that had high win percentage over good kennels? I'll go backwards and start with you, Mr. Garcia.
I'm kind of biased because they're my friends, but they have the facts to back them up. And I would say OTK and Mr. Gray. Okay. And when you say road warriors, that means that they in the past, they was all over the U.S., all over Mexico, Central, South America. Mr. Gray even lived in Canada for a while, did dogs for, in Canada. And I'm talking about making champions, beating grand champions, best in show, gamest in show, fought all, whoever, top names, different elevations, different areas, different, fight in the basement, fight out in the woods, fight in the buildings, houses, you name it. And against whoever had a name or was somebody, those would be my picks, including conditioning, and OTK probably conditioned more dogs, but Mr. Gray, he could put them up, man. And that's no disrespect to other people I knew like Danny Burton and Ronnie Anderson, Tito and the Local Boys, Steve Hendricks and Pineapple Kid, all all good, but because of those factors of traveling and be able to, you know, like I said, different elevations and area, different weather, you know, the hot, cold, humid, freezing, you know, they did it all more than me, you know, and you know, if we were doing it today, I'd still whoop their ass, but but I don't have that record, so I'm just wishful thinking. But that's who I consider the best.
Yes, sir. Roster Man Boom, who would you consider a good road warriors type of kennels back in the day?
Back in the day, some of the ones that I consider road warriors. Well, you know, I would say one to come to mind would be Ricky Jones. I would even say you know, believe it or not, Tant went a lot of places doing dogs, and he did real well. Who else? You know, after we get off this subject, all kind of names come to me, but
that's good. You
yeah.
gotta name all of them because we'll
Yeah.
I'm sure Bachman gonna name some too.
Yeah.
But Brother Bach, who would you consider back in the day some good road warriors?
100% agree with Brother Garcia in terms of when we talking about road warriors. I mean, talking about going to different, not just different states, different countries. You know, I'm agreeing with his because I could go with, like he said, I can go with Boone. I could go with Roadblock and them, McNasty and his brother T. May rest, both of them rest in peace. Like he said, Ricky Jones. I could go with Steve Hendricks. I could go with Fat Bills. I could go with Ken Allen. I could go with it's a lot.
Tito.
You know,
Tito.
Yeah, local boy Tito. Yep. Man, like you said, Pineapple Kid. It's a lot. I mean, hell, it's a lot. But when we just talking about for the straight global type stuff, I'm going with the two brothers Garcia said, hands down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome down, Ram. What's your take on that, bro?
Well, shit, I really can't call it because I got off the field, I don't know if some of the guys who I was fucking playing against still might be on the field. And I don't want to bring no heat to nobody way, so I just say the one that I know for a motherfucking gangster fact. They retired, don't even own a poodle, let alone anything, and that'll be fucking VBK. I seen them motherfuckers so much that I thought they was from out here at first. For real. I was like, shit, let's go to their yard. Motherfuckers, man, they way in Cali. I was like, God damn, I see these motherfuckers damn near every weekend. Them motherfuckers not mine. Then I would see them at other spots. Not even like we'd go to a whole nother state and them motherfuckers would be there reffing or on the car. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, they were serious about that. Of course, we were too. You know, we'd fucking leave the country to go do it, and not just Mexico. You know,
Right.
but other than that, you know, it was more than people think. It's just I ain't finna put them out there like that because I don't know what they doing. I ain't talked to them guys in 10, 15 years. So, you know, just because I fucking stop fornicating don't mean you got to. You know, I ain't finna throw you under the bus with those fornication stories.
Right. Let me ask this question here. Mr. Garcia, can a dog be a good inside pet, like a good house dog, and also a good box dog at the same time?
Definitely. Some think, and I have a tendency to agree, that being your house dog, quote unquote, pet or whatever is better for them because of the bonding, because of the training, because of that intelligence, you know. Like two in the past, I didn't know them, I never saw them, but Boston Blackie had Grand Champion Daisy May and Champion Blackjack, I think it was. They lived together, you know. They would get rowdy sometimes, and he wrote a story about it, and I spoke with him before.
Right.
They would be together, you know, and they get kind of rambunctious, you know, and he just tell them settle down, they behave. But they live together. A lot of dogs, you know. I don't want to step on toes, but Box Tyrone was like that, you know. Just you know, champion Little Boots, you know, son of Grand Champion Hank. One of his sons, I knew that was a real good dog. He was like that. He could be off lead, you know, and just as long as he wasn't unsupervised, he was under control, man, you know. And that's the thing with a lot of dogs, you know, as long as you're there and they know they're supposed to behave, they'll behave. If you leave, they might not behave sometimes. So if you leave two of them together like that when you're gone, you might come back to a bloodbath. But as long as you're there, they you know, they understand. It's that intelligence. It's that they know when to turn it off and turn it on. Family dogs, you know, I mean, there's a ton of them that have been done that way, and good dogs, champion, grand champion, winners, ROMs, you name it, produce all that, you know. And they weren't curs either. They were good, solid, winning dogs, game dogs, all that. So I think it's better for them, actually, if you could do it. You can't do that. If you have a yard dog, you can't do that to every dog. You're going to have a favorite, or you're going to be able to switch them out, you know, but you're always going to have one inside more than the other. And that could be dictated by the dog, you know, because some dogs inside, they get crazy and, you know, they'll tear up all your shit. But it's happened a lot. That's the beauty. One of the beauties of the breed. You can do that with them, you know. My son of Big Red, I had Alex. I ended up selling the TVK. He beat Cottingham's with him. He was my dad's dog, and he was obedience trained and house trained, and he could ride in the back of my dad's pickup because my dad did that with all his dogs. Whatever kind of dog we had, he always had him ride in the back of a pickup loose, and he could do that. So, and he was a cannibal. So I think it's better for him if you could do that with every dog. I think it would up your game, you know.
Yes, sir. Rasta man, your take on that? Can a dog be a good house dog and a good box dog?
Yeah, it's been proven time and time throughout history. You know, you just heard Schoolboy tell the story about his father and the bond. You know, when you bonding with an animal in a way that where it's getting like undivided attention, that animal will do things, you know, based upon, you know, how you feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, you ride, you know, say, come on, boy, get in the truck. The dog jump in the truck, say, sit down, you sit down. You know what I mean? And then after it becomes a routine, the dog get used to that. Or the dog come in the house, he's staying in the house. You know what I mean? Go outside to use the bathroom. It's a routine. He come back in the house, he walking around. Now he become accustomed to the things you doing. You watching TV, then he start watching TV. You know what I mean? So it's just,
yeah.
They just get that much more closer to one another. And that ain't gonna change how his heart is about combat, you know, because that's in his heart. You know what I mean? It lives there. So he gonna do whatever he do, you know, when that opportunity come. But for the most part, yeah, you can have them on the chain, off the chain, in the house, upstairs, downstairs. I mean, look at, let's go throughout the country. You know what I mean? Look at all the guys that made champions and grand champions that had the dogs in the warehouses, in the basements, and in the house, and in crates, and little old crates. You know what I mean? I mean, I remember the first time I went to New York and Joker had dogs on the roof, and like, what the hell, man? I ain't never seen crazy shit, but hey, this shit is for real. Motherfuckers had dogs on the roof. Motherfuckers had dogs in the basement. They have dogs up in the house. You know, we might have 15, 20 dogs in one house, an apartment, not a house, an apartment.
Right.
So, yeah, it can be done.
Most definitely. Brother Bach, what's your take on that? Can a dog be a good house dog and also a good box dog?
Well, you know, we've had this question probably about 5, 6 different times. no disrespect to anybody, because nobody probably heard other times, but like the panel just said, several good ones. Brother Garcia mentioned the one I had, who was a house dog, and he was like he was the family loved him, which that was champion Tyrone, and so I mean, there's several, like they said, good dogs. I mean, and these pit bulls, some people just have in their mind, they just so aggressive, and all they are is just, wanting to kill and like savages, and they only had that. And then you have some like Rick Rude, I couldn't have in the house because he was just a maniac. I've never had a dog like him. So on the other contrary, he could have never made it as a house dog. Because hell, I even had to push the damn dog food to him with a shovel. So, but most of the doggone pits are real good family oriented dogs. If you allow them to come in the house, very intelligent animals. That's why we love them. We don't just love them because they possess a certain macho-ness to it, no, or the gameness. We love them because they're very personable, very intelligent. So yes.
Yes, sir. Welcome down, Ram Big Steppin'.
Shit, I totally agree. And I first got hip to it when I heard the story of Centipede, like in the late 90s. And that motherfucker was a house dog, and you'll see throughout history, most of the good ones were. Even up till now, you got like LT Trey. He was a inside, outside dog. He might spend the night outside, but the rest of the time he'd be in the crib. Homer Balboa, Grand Champion Yellow Man, Grand Champion Virgil. So it's not like it's a one-off or a fluke. And that's, you bonding with the dog and you inciting his fucking intelligence. He know what to do, how to move through the house. Don't be running and knocking shit over. We both gonna end up on the chain. That and they fucking they get like different nutrients and shit too, cause kids sneaking them food. Shit, he might fucking wife might be in a good mood and cook that motherfucker a steak too. Now he eating steak and potatoes on the floor, where the yard dogs, they could be eating good and shit, but they ain't eating like that. You feel me? So it's a lot that go into it, and that's why I think you get the good results when you do it. Because most pit bulls like it in the house. Like, I done had some that you take right off the chain, never been in the house ever, and won't piss or shit in the crib at all. They'll fucking start whining or let you know, like, hey, man, I gotta piss. So you get your lazy ass up and take them for a walk,
Right. Yes,
But
sir.
then you do got some that's just fucking a wrecking ball. Come in there and knock the fucking dining table over, all kind of shit. Put both y'all in the doghouse.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like you said, Ram. A lot of them, they just have some of them different personalities, but most of them, I've always been a firm believer that the more time you spend with the dog, the more bonding, the harder the dog gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got, whatever you doing with the dog, whatever exercises, the more effort he's gonna put in to please you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just keeping them on a chain and coming out there to feed them and shit every fucking whatever. Salute to Red Bobby in the super chat. Appreciate the support, homie. He says, love you guys. Keep scratching. Thank you, family.
Salute, homie.
Red Bobby.
Yeah, Red Bobby got some cool shit over there too.
Love brother Red Bobby.
Yeah.
Salute, bank statement. Let me know you want to go up after the show. Salute, Frank Rizzo.
Salute, Frank.
So y'all, salute to the chat. Wolfie Studios, bank statement in the building. Salute to everybody in here. Another question we got here is when breeding, how to determine where the male and female whether the male or female is responsible for the offspring. So he basically talking about the traits. When breeding, how do you determine which traits that the parent is pulling from? And I apologize if y'all got to remember, like when these questions come in, people want to know these things. It might sound elementary to y'all in the chat or to the panel, but this is an educational show, so you ain't gonna know unless you ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Garcia, how do you determine what traits a puppy is pulling from the mother or the father?
Yeah, well, that comes in when we talk about knowing your dog, knowing the parents, knowing the background, knowing the bloodlines. And when you make your breeding, if you know the traits of the parents, grandparents, all that, if they're following the traits of their ancestors or just the traits that they themselves retain, and you see those same traits in the pup, you know which side it's coming from. Dam side, sire side. Sometimes it's both sides. When you make a cross, that's the ultimate goal. Get the best of both from each side. So it's just knowing your dogs, you know. It's hard when you're first starting out because you may not know a lot. And that's okay. You'll learn as you go. When you become familiar with other yards of dogs or other families of dogs or other bloodlines that retain and exhibit the traits of their family, then you'll see that as you make your breedings. You'll see which traits the pups have and the grown dogs after they grow up, and which side they're coming from. You'll be able to tell that, you know, he act just like his mama, he act just like his daddy, she's just like her daddy, like that, or her grandpa or great grandpa or whatever. That's the only way to know, is to become familiar with the dogs, and that's part of the history too. You know, getting as much information as you can about what these dogs were like, or this bloodline was like, or these dogs did this or did that. You know, even temperament and behavioral traits, they pass on everything. If that's true that they pass on everything, then it's coming from somewhere. You know, stuff don't just come out of the blue. But once you familiarize with the family of dogs, you can pretty much, you'll know exactly where it's coming from.
Right. Okay. Now this next question, I'm gonna start with Brother Bach. It is, can you list the top 10 dogs owned by black or brown dog men? That you, in your opinion, top 10 dogs owned by black or brown dog men.
Well, first, let me just state this. Whatever list I make is going to always be leaving off a whole bunch that I don't know.
Right,
and some dogs that I might want to mention is not that I'm sure black or brown owned. So when I got to start just doing so, it only can go by ones I pretty much believe I know. So let me just and I'm gonna say this in no particular order. I would say Struthers Grand Champion Luther, Roster Man's Lady Stone, Abraham's Grand Champion Queen of Heart, Singletary's Grand Champion Andy Cat, Antonio Belliron Club's Negra Tomasa, LG's Grand Champion Tina, Malik's Grand Champion IBM, Going Hard Kennels Champion DeBrat, Cash Money Kennels The Beast, and Grand Champion Flop Flop.
Good ones.
Yeah,
that's
thank
some
you,
good stuff there. Good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Roster Man
History
Boom.
makers.
Right.
And okay, I'm gonna say Grand Champion Zinc, Grand Champion Samson, Double Grand Champion Tornado.
Is that owned by blacks?
Yeah, we're talking about people of color.
Dogs, best dogs owned by people of color.
Oh, damn! I thought Mr. T and them helped with. No, I'm sorry. They ain't Mr. T and them black.
Yeah. Well, did they? Well, I thought Ken Allen.
No. You right, Bob. You right. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. Grand Champion Joy, Champion Tyrone, Fat Bill's Bolero,
Fat Bill Bolero.
Fat Bill, where Fat Bill become black?
Wait.
Do tan count as a color now?
Hey,
Rasta man
I know
stuck.
Fat
He's
Bill's a
stuck.
brother, but when,
Her brother in sports.
All it, Fat Bill ain't black.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I'm sorry for acting stupid, man. Okay, hold on. Okay. The young boys and the breeders of North Carolina finest, Carolina.
okay.
Champion, what's his name? Baby. Champion Baby by my brother from the islands, Champion Baby.
Okay.
Let's see, who else black? Oh, Champion Tyrone. Okay. That's 3, right? They gotta be black. They gotta be black, right?
Yeah.
You missing one, Rasta man.
Who?
Lady Stone.
Okay, Champion Lady Stone.
Right.
I'm black. That's 4. I got 4 now.
Yeah. You can say brown too. Brown, Filipino,
Yeah, brown,
Mexican.
black.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you a schoolboy considered brown?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, then Champion Rowdy, right?
Bill.
Huh?
Champion Bill. Yeah.
Champion Bill. Okay, that's 5, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to name 10.
Right.
Now you don't got to,
Okay.
but if you
You
can.
ain't got to.
Oh, look, Cal, don't rush me now. Come on, Cal. Don't rush me, Cal. Take your time, Cal. I'm a little old.
Well, I
Take
give
your
you
time.
my 3. I had 3.
No. I don't need nothing from you. I got it, right? So now I got who else?
I had
I'm
more
gonna-
than 3. Like I could give you
I
fucking
know.
up to 12 if you want, but you
So
know.
now, let me go. I'm gonna go with my homeboy Ward out of Florida with the Champion Boss Dog.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go with Champion Profile was a dog that we bred, and my brother Charles, they call him Bell Glaze. You know, he had him. So that's 7.
All right.
And then we're gonna go with Going Hard's Champion. What was his name, Bill? Let me say, bro.
The Brat.
The Brat. And then my brother, the one and only, and nobody has had more success than him, and that's my brother Abraham, the Abraham
Right.
brother.
There you go.
Abraham.
Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts. And then I got to put Mr. T and McNasty in there because they did their work. They earned they stripes, you know. And I know I done missed somebody. I apologize. Because, see, I thought everybody was black that I said, but I forgot. There's some on
Well, you didn't really fuck up. You said that Fat Bill, you didn't know he was white. You forgot. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I thought he was black.
Right.
That is. Now you can have it, Ram. You got it.
Well, I say besides everybody y'all just named, I gotta give it to y'all 3 up here with me. You know, that's OG Roster Man Boom, OG Schoolboy, and OG Bach. You know, the motherfuckers put it down for real. Like y'all don't get to talk to them like I do. Them motherfuckers got a fucking interesting story, bro. For real. Like, god damn. They seen a lot and did a lot of winning and a little losing, you know. So I gotta tip my hat off to them 3 right there. It's a couple more I know, but I don't know what they doing, so I ain't gonna put them out there, man, because you know you ain't never gonna catch no heat from Ramway.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, y'all 3 for real, no doubt. Top 5 dead or alive type shit right there.
Yeah. Appreciate that, brother Ram. And you
No
know,
doubt.
all the champions and everything that Ram has accomplished in his life, man,
Right.
it's like, you know, you get goosebumps when you see this the beauty of bulldogging. You know, everybody want to be the only one. You can't. Bulldogging is made for
And it's
all
not
of
fun
it.
being the only one. It was
Yeah,
fucking kind of boring when I was just up here and it's just me and 7-8, and it sounds like I'm just bragging on myself. Like, and I know it's glad
yeah,
y'all came because I know there's other great motherfuckers out there who was before me. They was great.
yeah,
Before I
but
even
I
knew
ain't
how to
talking about
spell great, they was great. You feel me?
yeah,
And that's the fun of it. Like, it's
right,
cool talking
right.
to other great motherfuckers in your field
There
and
you
getting other
go.
perspectives on how they did shit
There
and
you go.
they thought process on how to do it. That shit opened up my eyes to a lot of different shit. You know, now I
There you
apply
go.
that to my everyday life because them is good philosophies.
Right. And on top of this is what I'm saying is to any individual out there that's listening. You will never be the only one because the game is bigger than one person. That's why you got so many people with them today. It's more people with bulldogs today than they ever been in the history of bulldogging. So that's the beauty of the game. It's evolving. You see, and it's great for you know the for the brothers to learn, and we continue to learn now. You know, just talking to one another, and then people asking questions, and we laugh and kick it about, and then we learn things about one another on this panel. You know how true they are to who they are.
Sir.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
that's why I say I love y'all brothers, man, because
Love you too, brother. Love you too.
it
Much
takes a
love.
certain understanding to be able to be humble enough to be amongst one another, to enjoy one another, instead of thinking we got to jab or we got to goddamn go against. It ain't nothing about that. It's everything about the past. It's the past, but it's for y'all brothers that's moving in the future. Take care of the sport, take care of the game, and that's on you. That ain't on us, because we done had our time. It's over. There you go, my brother. I'm through.
Much
Sir.
love. Much love.
Much
Yes,
love.
sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Garcia, what's your take on that? If you can name top 10 dog men of color.
Man, I could name 100, but I forget them. I don't forget them, man. It's just hard for me. I'll go with what Bach said. That was a good list, and maybe add a couple more. Tito and local boys grand champion Fritz.
That's the dog. Fritz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fritz. Yeah, and that bitch he mentioned, Negra Tomasa, Antonio Bayonne Club. She was a bad bitch. There used to be a video of her. If anybody can find it, watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about. She went into a heavy inbred bully son bitch from Toro Kennels, went an hour 45, and you wouldn't think that they could do what they did for an hour 45, but there was stuff lying on the floor. Negra Tomasa was in the stifle for a straight 45 minutes, and when she came out, it was shredded like a werewolf hit Tonki's stifle, you know. I wish I had the video. I'd be watching it over and over. Another badass, he was a killer in game 2, was a 4-time winner. Champion Chamuco, straight up killer, man. Everywhere he touched you, there was crimson. And I mean, just spitting out everywhere. My friend David owned him. I never seen her, but Uptown Boys champion Snubby, sister to Tonka. But Bach put out a pretty damn good list. You know, you got to put Queen of Hearts in there, Abraham, you know, even Lady Stone. Not just because Rosterman's here, but if it get me some extra points with Rosterman, Lady Stone, a bad bitch.
Hey, look here, I just want to say thank you, schoolboy.
Yes, sir, my brother.
Hey, beating that champion Blondie, bitch.
Yeah.
And going
Yeah,
after
sir.
and going after
Yes, sir.
going after Tornado. She got to be in there.
And I would bet, I don't know, but I would bet if there were odds before the fight, I would bet that people were betting on Blondie That's no disrespect to the Havana boys. They're my friends. I know them. But I would say that Lady Stone was probably the underdog until,
of course you won.
You know.
Yeah.
Salute
That's
to
right.
salute to Mr. Anderson in the super chat. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. He says, historically speaking, what particular match, when you found out these two were going into each other, it was big news and you just had to go see it yourself?
That's a good one.
Yeah, what's your take on that, roster man?
Oh man, when I found out that this no lie, and I know I didn't mention this several times, but when I found out that they was doing the dog Zinc against Samson, I was like, man, I got to go. I flew in to see that, man, and man, it was everything that it was hyped up to be, but I got more out of it than even though Zinc didn't win, I really truly seen the mark of a bulldog, dead game bulldog. I'm talking about, people say they can't be dead game. That's okay. I mean, and I ain't gonna argue nobody about it, because whatever man see, he understand what he see. I understand what I see to be what I see. You feel me? So, but anyway, I watched that dog take his death, man. And when it came time for him to scratch, he scratched like he was winning. He didn't scratch like, oh, well, it's a maybe, a might, or possible. Man, that joker went across there like he was winning. And he wound up leaving us, and they tried to doctor him. They did everything, but yeah, that was one that I flew in and, man, smoked the good heights and all that. Man, it was everything. It was everything that it was built up to be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you, Brother Bach? Back in the day, a match that when you heard these two were going into each other, you had to go see it yourself.
It was two of them. And I'm sorry I don't remember the guys, but it was the one that I was talking about, like in the Poconos. It was I had mentioned on the show before. One was a face-eating one, and the other one came down from Detroit. That was off of the Nico Jr. stuff, and they were talking good because both of them were champions and real good. But I can't remember the dogs, but it was a hell of a match. The other one would be East Coast Assassins champion Nut, Tyrone's half brother Brett, going to the Ping Dog that they had out of South Carolina. It was about 300 people to see that, and that was a good one. Nut won. The other dog was on Nut's muzzle for about an hour and 35. Nut finally caught up to him at about an hour and 40, and he quit. So that was a good. A lot. I anticipate the show. I mean, there's a whole bunch that I probably could say, but those two in particular that that I remember.
Okay. Mr. Garcia, your take.
Yeah, that dog I just mentioned, Champion Chamuco, he beat OTK. OTK was on a good run, man. He's using mostly my blood. Had a dog named Susio, and I was expecting a win for my stuff, but Chamuco just butchered him, man. Just tore him up. That made his championship that night, and in 28 minutes. And the only thing OTK could say after I went longer with him than anybody else did,
Well, he got a record.
Yeah. He's just a badass dog. He was down off a little gator and a bitch I sent to Rancherita Kennels, and off a Bean, an inbred REDBOY dog. He stands out, as one of those like people talk about, The other one would have been I went because it was Mr. Gray, and it was a big show. There was 16 matches, I think. They had 2 boxes. They would switch them off, And I don't remember the bitch's name, but Mr. Gray was using a dog from OTK named Baja against a champion bitch. and it only went 32 minutes, man. I'm talking about perfect condition, high altitude. It was over 12,000 feet. There was a lot of good dogs on the show, but Baja just too fast, too smart, too rough, and that bitch had the champion had a good reputation. She beat some good kennels. I just can't remember her name, but it was pretty much one-sided. But that was, where it's like going to a concert, house full of people, music, food, people from all over, everywhere. And it didn't go too long. That was impressive. And I really wanted to go. I made the effort to make sure I was there. But those two stand out. Like Box said, we can name a bunch of them, but those, I'm partial because they had my blood, but they were good shows. When you talk about good dogs, top conditioning, good opponents, named kennels, Yeah.
Right. Welcome down, Ram Big Steppin'.
Yes, sir.
What's your take on a match that when you heard these two were going into each other, you just had to go see yourself?
Well, it was two. One in Chicago with champion Minnow versus champion Chaos. And that was a motherfucker. That shit was a motherfucking bloodbath. Only went like 22 minutes, but man, them motherfuckers were putting it on each other. Two big motherfuckers, man. And the second was Champion Ninja and Yogi Berra. Yogi Berra fucking, he was that dog, and Ninja was good, but he was just, good enough to stay ahead of you. He won his on gameness. So them two match up, and Ninja looked like Chinaman on him that day because Yogi Berra was bringing it to his ass, but Ninja put the whammy on that motherfucker, man. Now, mind you, I seen Ninja in roles and shit. Like, he was like the final level boss when you in school and shit. Like, you just stay in there with Ninja because he ain't gonna quit and he gonna bring it to you. So I seen him a lot, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's a good game motherfucker right there. But it looked like a whole different dog in shape and feeling good and shit, man. And, yeah, I think that was for his fourth, I think. But, yeah, that was a good one. That motherfucker. And, I flew all the way out to go see that shit. Like, man, I got to see that.
Right.
And it was good. Like, Yogi Berra was bringing it, but Ninja just, like I say, he turned into Chinaman on his ass, man. Like,
Right.
what the fuck? Is that the same dog? That was a good one.
Okay. We got another question here. Is historically speaking, not all good bulldogs are box dogs. With y'all call good dogs that were not box dogs. So basically, dogs that you determine are not going to make it to the box. Does that mean that they are automatic call? I'm gonna start with you, Ram.
Well, yeah, I answered the question for the brother too, but I answered it for the live chat. And yeah, he would get cold. And I used the example of having two good brothers. One is good and the other one is great. And I explained that I always had limited space and lived in the city, so I didn't have room for good. I had room for great only. And that's how, my philosophy with the dogs was. And that's one reason I was able to get as many champions as I did, as well as breed my own champions, because I kept that same mentality. That was one of our staple points was it's nothing wrong with good, but we don't got space for good. We got space for great. So we did a lot of culling and shit, man, and got down to the good shit, and the good shit kept producing the good shit. And even when we got out of the dogs and sold and gave away those dogs, the ones I did keep up with for a little bit, they continue to fucking do good because the ones who listened, on what to keep and what to cull, just took it on and ran with it and started making their crosses or whatever with it. And the ones who didn't, you start seeing them lose because, I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong if I tell you on this specific bloodline, every dog we had that came out red nose, inbred, outcross, whatever, even if he won, he would quit. We had ones that would win two and quit on the third. So eventually we just started fucking culling them as pups. We'll see them when they born, okay. When they old enough, somebody got fucking 2 or 3 free pups. Here you go. Just cause from our research and just keeping the shit and paying attention to it and respecting the game, we'll see like, okay, these ones got a low percentage of making it. The ones who didn't, and that's just one trait we seen in them. You know, not saying all red nosed dogs gonna quit, but the ones from our specific breeding program, they would, and they would. Some would take longer than others to quit. Some you'll have to bring a real dog on to make them quit, and some would just quit in school, but they all would quit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Rasta Man Boom, what's your take on that? Historically speaking, back in the day, if you determined a dog wasn't box worthy, would you cull him from the program?
I would put them somewhere in a good home. You know, somebody would be interested in. You know, it's a good dog. You just, you know, ain't what you felt like you want him to be, and but that don't mean he can't produce a good dog. But you know, you can, you know, put him somewhere and let somebody enjoy him as a family pet. But if for some reason your stud dog gets sick, or and that's his son, and the stud dog died, and you ain't got no semen off of him, then you got the closest thing to him, his son. You know what I mean? So it's just different ways you can look at it. It's just based upon how you trying to move and the way you gonna move. So to just knock him off, I wouldn't do that. You know, I'll put him somewhere, where somebody take care of him.
Yes, sir. Mr. Garcia, your take. If a dog was not box worthy, but it was a good dog, would you cull him?
Cull him from the program, yeah. That don't mean put him down. Probably what's been mentioned, if they weren't good enough to win, no, I wouldn't use them. But that don't mean I get rid of them. Even some dogs, they're good enough for breeding and good enough for the box. There's reasons why you don't put them in the box. You hold them back for breeding. If they lose all their teeth, that would hamper their win. But to answer the question, yeah, I would cull them, but that don't mean killing them. They're just not good enough, in a person's opinion, to win. They could be game, they could be strong or whatever, but they may be lacking air, they might be lacking athletic ability, intelligence. You want to use individuals where in your mind you're thinking, whoever I go into, whatever is across that box for me, I have a good chance of winning with. So if a dog didn't meet that criteria, I wouldn't use it, eat with them.
Yes, sir. And what about you, Brother Bach?
Well, I'd be lying if I wouldn't say that back in the day, that especially when I just got into the game, and you start getting on, as they call, the fast track. I didn't have any. I felt as though I didn't have any room for anything that really wasn't a A-class dog. So if they weren't A-class, B-class maybe I might keep, but that's after me truly going through it, seeing it. But yeah, back then, yes, I had called hard. So then afterwards, I start doing like Brother Garcia and Brother Boone saying, I start finding good homes for those that wasn't, because all of them, even though they're so-called bred game to do certain things, that doesn't mean that they gonna want to do it. Or let's just say, maybe not in the time frame even that I felt like I wanted to wait, because I was impatient anyway. So the dogs could have really turned out to be real good dogs, but my patience wasn't there. So yes, matter of fact, I gave dogs to my partners several times, and they returned them back after 1 week of having them. And like, man, this damn dog is turned on and nice. What the hell, So yeah, but no, I later on I found homes for those that was undesirable to me. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mr. J-Dub, 20 Texas. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you, brother.
Much love. Much love.
Salute, homie.
Rhodes Kennels, salute to you in the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says, thoughts on bullies crossed with band dogs. Bullies crossed with band dogs. Any opinion on that, Mr. Garcia?
You know, it's been where different breeds of dogs have always been bred together. You know, my take on it is this: if you're gonna cross two different breeds of anything together, you should have a purpose for doing it. So if you're crossing a bully and a band dog, what's the reason for doing it? What's the finished product? What are you expecting? Why are you doing it? What's the point? If you don't, you know, you don't have in your mindset a purpose for doing it, then you're just doing it because it's a fad or because you want to see what happens. You know, it's like the catch dogs. A lot of them are cross, you know, is pit bull and staff, and some use hounds and mastiffs. I've seen all that. They're trying to make a catch dog, and the successful guys do it. I know one who was heavily inbred pit bull. He had mastiff in him. He had Great Dane. He had black mountain hound dogs and cur hound dogs and blue tick and all this stuff. And the guy was trying to make a big catch dog where, you know, the size of the hog didn't matter. That dog by himself could catch and hold 450-pound dogs, and he was probably an 80 or 9-pound dog himself. He was able to do that. So if you're going to do that, you should have a reason for doing it, rather than just do it. I'm gonna see what happens, or I like this breed and that breed. I'm gonna put it together and see what comes from it. Right. That's just me, you know, from a breeding standpoint, from a country boy standpoint. You know, there's a reason for doing it.
Yes, sir. Purpose
or
behind
should be.
everything.
Should be.
Yes, sir, man. Well, that brings us to the end of the show, man. I want to, well, wait 1 second. We got another super chat in here at the last minute. Bo City in the super chat. Appreciate the love. Family says, sup, y'all. Ain't checked in a minute. Glad to hear y'all wisdom. Says, is there any champion or grand champion that was bred to the their litter mate? I'm sure there was. Champion, the grand champion that was bred to the litter mates. Anybody remember that off the top of the head, Brother Bach?
Mayday to a sister lady.
Sure was. Yeah, sure was.
Yep.
Yeah, that happened quite a few times, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, any kind of way you can breed them, whatever status they've had, it's been done. Ain't nothing you can ask, but it's you. I understand they asking to see if we know anyone, but yeah, all that stuff been done.
Rasta man, wasn't Lady Stone brother sister?
No.
Or no.
Lady Stone father was a pure ZEBO dog, top and bottom.
Okay.
And her mother was a Carver bred dog, Buster Queen of Carver.
Mm-hmm.
And,
but her sire and dam weren't litter mates?
No. See, okay. That let me just say this. It's a lot of misprint. That's why I got a question for you. I got the UKC papers, and you have a registry, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I can give you that, and we can do an 8 generation on it. You know what I mean? I don't. For a long time,
we can do it, but I only do 4 generation.
Well, we could do 4 then. For a long time, I didn't want nobody to know how she was exactly bred, but it's a whole lot of misfed information out there.
Right.
But I finally kind of done come to grips that I will let it be known, and everybody gonna be shocked once they see it, because I'm telling you, she was a well-bred bulldog, and the crosses that I made to the red boy dogs, I just hate that I didn't open my mind up to. Now I bred to some Jeep stuff too. I crossed it with the Jeep stuff too, But I'm just, I should have bred her to a whole lot of fucking different good shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
but
Yep.
I was so gung ho with her to, put in combat action. You know what I mean? Because to me, her best asset was, getting down.
Right. Yeah.
But she threw some hot ass dogs. I got some great dogs off of her. But anyway, yeah, man, it's time. Hey, man, hey, brother, goddamn 78 to the fucking maximum. Do your thing, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Welcome that round. Give us a disclaimer, brother. Ram, you on mute, bro.
All right, hey, yeah, man. None of this shit is intended for, nor should it be used towards any illegal purposes, man. If you is out there using it for that, keep it to your motherfucking self. Cause if you come back on here trying to say you got it from over here, we gonna hit them with this disclaimer. It's gonna be a recording of me telling you don't be no stupid motherfucker, because you ain't trying to go to jail for this bullshit. Other than that, tomorrow Monday, man, scratch hard as fuck into that bitch throat, man. Finish that bitch off. Try to be great, Again, do something good for yourself, for your family, for your motherfucking community, but just try to be good and be great this weekend, man. Other than that shit, it's always a pleasure up here chopping it up with the OGs. You need your shit registered. Hit up Schoolboy on the registry. Go follow him on this page. Any questions for Bach, you can hit us up on our Instagram, Game Dog Talk, or you can hit Bach up on Instagram, Only in America Kennels. He's got his shit cracking too. And
And you got
OG
Brother Boone. You
Boone,
got Brother Boone up there too. What's yours on there, Boone?
that's what I was about to drop.
I'm up there.
I thought you put an Instagram on there too. Yeah, you on there.
I am. Oh, okay. What time are we tracking? Hey, look, y'all know I don't know nothing about
Next
these
week
guys.
we'll have Boones together.
Right.
Shit, give me a fucking follow or a sub too, though, man. Subscribe to my shit. I'm holding my shit hostage till I get 1,000. Schoolboy
Yeah.
already almost at 1,000 because he showing love. I'm holding my shit hostage. So we go slow roll this shit.
That's
But
right.
it's
We'll
gonna
be
be
here
lit
for
though,
it.
man. We all trying to do something for the community and shit. You feel me? Hit up the Cash App if you trying to support our good brother Mark too, man, over
That's
there on
right.
Death Row, No Records. You feel me? He on there
Yeah.
on some bullshit. He ain't do it and he ain't tell. In this day and age, that shit should be applauded, man, because everybody tell it. You
That's
feel me?
right.
And he risked his whole fucking life, literally, to lose it for not telling.
Yeah, brother
Yes,
Mark.
sir.
And
Yeah.
Roscoe, we calling on you, brother. We need you to support our brother Mark. And I know you probably didn't know or you hadn't heard, because I know, you got a great heart anyway. But yes, man. Lovely show, lovely everything. Let's support one another. Let's big up 78 Sports, Schoolboy Action, Bakari. Please patronize all my brothers, because if you're looking for the best in the business, ain't no business unless you've been with them brother business.
Oh, much love.
Yes,
We
sir.
do
Yes,
good
sir.
business.
Much appreciated,
For real.
brother.
Much love. And can we give a shout out to our dear brothers Going Hard Kennels?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Hell
Shout out
yeah.
to Quinn and his brother to the motherfucking maximum.
T1,
Hey,
T2, salute.
Hey,
Much
play
respect.
that funky music, twin. Play that funky music, twin. Play down and boogie and play that funky music till you got rock.
Die. Hell yeah. I'll fuck around and go remix that shit when I go to the studio later.
Them
Yes, sir.
brothers hard, man. They hard.
Salute Going Hard Kennels, man. See y'all in the building. See y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. If y'all, I did a good interview with Going Hard. Make sure y'all go to my page and check it out.
Yes, you did, brother. Yes, you
Get
did.
him subscribe to them too. They go up twice a week, Tuesday and Fridays, and you never know, because we always be over there, so you never know which one of us might pop up and bless y'all with some game.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes, sir. Go
Yes,
make
sir.
sure y'all go check them out. Go subscribe to Going Hard Kennels. And I want to thank y'all for joining us this week. Another successful show, good questions. I'm gonna put up another post where y'all can leave y'all questions for Game Dog Talk next Sunday. And I'm gonna get with y'all, man. Thank y'all to the panel. Hold on one second.
Much love, brother.
Cameron just sent some Cash App. Salute to your family, Cameron. Appreciate the support. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Salute.
Salutes.